All right, you guys, we got to jump right into this coverage. I'm sorry, I would have gone live earlier, but I just got home. We have a extremely large and life-threatening tornado on the ground near Olustee, Oklahoma. This thing is lofting significant debris into the atmosphere. It even had a debris tail for a little bit. I really thought this was going to get a tornado emergency, but currently it is being left at a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. But nonetheless, if you're in this tornado warning, you need to run to your tornado safe spot. This is an extremely large and violent tornado that's been on the ground for so long now, alright, and it is continuing to be extremely large and violent. Again, this is such a strong tornado. It's honestly ridiculous. We were scanning very, very high velocity readings, okay? These are, again, life-threatening winds that we are dealing with this tornado here, okay? We were talking about winds into 155 miles per hour going one way, so this is an extremely large and, once again, violent tornado, and it's not the only one, guys. We have another PDS tornado down in parts of southeastern Texas. This is near Headsville, Bald Prairie, Willow Creek, and Seal. This is another large and destructive tornado. This is a very large tornado, in fact. We have significant debris. All right, this is weather spotters confirmed. Again, it's just, I don't understand how every single event has been overperforming like crazy recently, but today's another example of that. Look at that hook echo, guys. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And I will say the reflectivity on the other tornado, the other reflectivity presentation, was even more impressive than that earlier, right? It was absolutely ridiculous, okay? If we take it back a little bit further than this, maybe even 21 frames, this was an absolutely massive tornado, as you can see here, with an insane hook echo once again as it entered portions of areas to the north of El Dorado. Again, this is just an absolutely gigantic tornado. Again, guys, I'm sorry I would have gone live earlier, but I literally just got home. This is just insane. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground. Take immediate tornado precautions. This is an emergency situation. Again, I really thought this was going to go tornado emergency based on the correlation coefficient drop and how it had a full-on tail with it. Normally, that indicates, a very large and violent tornado whenever you have a debris signature with a tail on it. And we had that. Again, the tornado down in Texas, I don't want to ignore it. It is also extremely large, but our one up in Oklahoma is probably even larger. But again, this near Bald Prairie is an extremely large and, once again, life-threatening tornado. And, guys, there's nothing to say other than this is going right through Bald Prairie, Texas, once again. We're talking about very high gate-to-gate shear of over 100 miles per hour right here, close to 110 miles per hour on the gate-to-gate shear measurements here near Bald Prairie. Significant debris, once again, is being lofted into the atmosphere. So much, in fact, that we can see it even on the correlation coefficient from this far away from the radar site. Very large tornado. And once again, a destructive tornado at that. And again, we're talking about the same exact thing up here near Olustee. I mean, this is just such a big tornado. Storm chasers Corey Gherkin and Brad Arnold are on this storm. We did just get a new PDS tornado warning. This is an extension. This now includes areas like Altus, Martha, Friendship, Hedrick. All you guys need to be running to your tornado safe spot. Again, this is a huge, violent, deadly tornado here. Again, this is to the northwest of Olustee. This is just an extremely large tornado. And it's been on the ground for, like, over an hour now, almost. I mean, that is just such a significant tornado. That is so picturesque. Picturesque, not picturesque. But yeah, I mean, this just went, it's just ripping here across parts of southwestern Oklahoma. Luckily, it has not hit any communities directly yet. I will say it did go very close to Prairie Hill here. All right, it probably hit the southern side of Prairie Hill, but luckily that's not even really a town. It's just a little location there. Dude, this is a huge tornado once again, though. I just cannot believe it, guys. And now, wait, no, never mind. I thought we had another PDS, but it's the same one in Oklahoma. We do have a, radar indicated tornado all the way out in North Carolina. We have had several tornadoes in between streams, and I'm sorry, guys, but like I said, I was not able to go live. I was, not home, but now I am. Again, this is just absolutely insane. Again, these are very violent tornadoes here across parts of Oklahoma and Texas that we're dealing with right now. Very strong, very large. But yeah, I mean, this one really should have gone tornado emergency warned earlier. I mean, just look at that. Again, this is a PDS tornado warning in southwestern Oklahoma. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. And we have another PDS tornado warning over in southeastern Texas, unfortunately. Again, you guys, these are extremely large and damaging tornadoes here. Holy cow. And again, you guys, these are just absolutely massive. And again, the one in Oklahoma has been on the ground for, I think, well over an hour now, actually. Just absolutely ridiculous what we're seeing here. Seriously, guys, this is insane. I cannot believe it. I honestly can't. Again, this is an extremely large tornado southwest of Altus. Again, if you're in Altus, you need to run to your tornado safe spot. This is heading right for Victory, Oklahoma. If it stays on the ground, it's going to go right through Victory. Again, this is a very large tornado. Very large and strong. Again, this is just an absolutely ridiculous tornado here. Absolutely massive. Okay, let's go back down to our Texas tornado, because yes, we have two violent tornadoes on the ground at the same time, most likely here. In fact, it's not even most likely, they're both confirmed. The most likely part was they're violent. We can almost guarantee this one near Olusty is, because even though there is quite literally nothing out here, it's ripping through open fields, it is still managing to find debris to pick up. And that is a extremely deep debris signature. It's literally glitching out because of how deep it is. It's maxing out the scale, guys. And again, this is kind of taking a curve. This is going to go right for Victory, Oklahoma, unfortunately, if it stays on the ground here. So, if you know anybody in this area, please, 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 please give them a call or text. Again, this is a very large tornado and very violent. Again, I really thought we were going to get a tornado emergency out of this. Just look at that radar loop, guys. Let's see, when was the first, so it was reported to be on the ground as early as, let's see here. So at the bare minimum, it was on the ground at 7:04, but I believe it was on the ground for probably a few minutes before that. So it's been on the ground for at least, like 45 minutes or so. Most likely. It's between somewhere in 30 and 45 minutes it's been on the ground now. Which is just extremely long tracking. And our Texas tornado is, again, also very strong. It's been on the ground for quite a while as well here. I mean, just look at that. The velocities are just so strong with this storm, you guys. Holy cow, dude. Oh my gosh, I just cannot believe it, honestly. Again, this is a very large and violent tornado. This is extremely strong. Again, guys, this is just ridiculous. I mean, this is just such a strong tornado here in Oklahoma, especially, but also the one in Texas is pretty insanely crazy, too. Okay, they did just condense that tornado warning. This is still a PDS tornado, that being particularly dangerous situation. Oh my gosh. Again, this is just such a big tornado here. I know I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but it genuinely is one of the stronger ones we've seen over the past few days, and that's saying something, okay? Oh my gosh. This is such a large tornado. Again, if you're in this area, you gotta run to your safe spot. What happened? What happened was we have multiple very strong tornadoes on the ground. We've got one PDS tornado in Texas, and we've got one PDS tornado in Oklahoma. That standing for particularly dangerous situation. Again, these are just very strong tornadoes, guys. Again, you gotta run to your safe spot if you're out here. Again, this is heading right for Victory, Oklahoma. After that, it's going to be heading towards Martha. Brace for impact. This is a very strong tornado. Again, this is a violent, deadly tornado on the ground here, unfortunately, guys. And so is the one in Texas. But yeah, I would have gone live earlier for this. I would have gone live, 45 minutes ago whenever this touched down, but I was not home. So, that's really unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, you can just see how absolutely ridiculously strong this thing is here, guys. Just such a violent tornado. It's crossing over Highway 62 as we speak, if it hasn't already crossed. And, again, then it's going to be heading towards Victory and Martha. Again, this is in far southwestern Oklahoma. Our storm here, that's PDS in Texas, is in eastern central Texas. And a very strong tornado that ripped right through Bold Prairie. Very strong indeed. Again, the reflectivity presentation is incredibly impressive here, guys. Very defined hook echo there. Very interesting shape to it, for sure. I've not personally seen any footage from this tornado here up in Oklahoma, because like I said, I've been gone, but if there are any photos of it, let me see if I can find anything. I'm sure this is just an absolutely massive one, guys. I mean... Okay, so I do see the picture of the Texas one, and it's a cone. It's nothing crazy, it doesn't look like, but I want to see a picture of this Oklahoma one, because this is just absolutely insanely ridiculous here. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so this is a large cone tornado. It's close to a wedge, guys. Again, this is just a very strong and incredibly dangerous tornado here. I mean, it looks like it was twins for a second. Twin tornadoes. But yeah, I'm seeing many pictures and videos of this on social media here. I mean, this is just huge. The tornado is just so large. Oh, wow. So again, this is heading for Victory. I mean, it did this thing where it, like, curves over, Because again, very dangerously close to Victory, Oklahoma, we have a massive tornado here. Again, this is a violent tornado. Our storm in Texas, by the way, is down to radar indicated. Stay in your safe spot, but that is no longer a confirmed tornado on the ground. There's pictures of the tornado in Oklahoma from the Dow 6. I mean, I I've not seen anything like that in a while. Holy cow, guys. Very strong tornado here. Getting very close to tornado emergency. Wow. This is still on the ground. We have a new tornado warning now. It's going to be for Leon and Robertson counties, Texas. That's an extension for a storm that, again, previously produced a large tornado. So stay in your safe spot there. Just wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm seeing another picture of the tornado in Oklahoma. It is a wedge. That is a wedge tornado, guys. And it's a large one. At first I was thinking it was just a large cone, but no, that is definitively a wedge. Okay, let me check chat here. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. Just trying to process this really quickly. Oh my goodness, guys. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we have a very large and violent tornado near Victory, Oklahoma. This is a particularly dangerous situation. You gotta run to your tornado safe spot if you're out here, guys. Look at that debris tail. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, guys. And this is a very large tornado. Just cannot believe it. Again, it's a pretty large wedge tornado here. Nearing Altus, the far western portion of Altus here. Areas like Victory. That is still just such a strong tornado. I mean, we are talking about gate-to-gate shear values. About 157 miles per hour here. That is still a very strong and large tornado. Again, that just crossed over Highway 62. Very tight and confined velocity couplet there. Very strong tornado here. The debris signature is nothing crazy, but that's just because there's quite literally nothing to pick up out here. I mean, it's just ripping through open fields, really. Unfortunately, though, with this next scan, we're definitely going to see something because there are a lot of homes out here off to the southwest of Victory. So that is not good news for these people here. Goodness. And this is just insanely large. Oh, look at that. Take cover now is trending again. I don't know if that picture of it being a wedge was real, because all the other photos I'm seeing are painting it as a large cone. Honestly, though, it would not surprise me if that was a wedge. Some of the radar imagery earlier was just incredible. I mean, again, just a insanely violent tornado here, guys. Cannot believe this. Holy cow. Again, it quite literally had a debris tail, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Wow. This is just awful, what we're seeing right now. Your friend's on the storm, but he's in the moment and won't give updates. Yeah, this tornado wasn't, or this today was not supposed to support strong and damaging tornadoes like what we're seeing right now. So tomorrow and Saturday, where we're actually expecting them, I'm not ready for what's going to happen. Well, we're not expecting any tomorrow, or we're not expecting strong tornadoes, but Saturday and Sunday we are. So it's going to be big, very big. Just a ridiculously strong tornado here, guys. And our gate-to-gate shear was very high to say the least, indeed. By the way, it looked like our storm back in Texas was trying to recycle whenever I took a look at it a second ago. That is insane. Again, you need to be in your tornado safe spot right now if you're in Round Prairie, Texas, Long Hollow, Texas. We're talking about a still gate-to-gate shear over 100 miles per hour with this storm, close to 110 miles per hour. And now, again, our storm in Oklahoma is continuing to produce this tornado, it looks like. Oh, okay. It looks like it's done, but again, I mean, just... that was insane. Again, I really wish that I was able to go live earlier than I was. Again, the peak winds we got, looks like we're about 155 miles per hour on our Oklahoma tornado here. And again, the debris tail. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't been watching here, watch this debris tail. Look at that. I mean, just look at how strong and violent this thing was, guys. This was out in an open field it was able to pick up this much debris. It created the tail feature there. Again, it was a decently large wedge. Actually, it's a very large wedge, but for a wedge, it was, you know, decently large. I cannot believe this. You recorded a 228.4 gate-to-gate shear. Wow. And again, our storm in Texas is trying to produce another tornado. Another one. That is just absolutely insane. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty confident that this tornado out here is lifted. If it is still on the ground, though, it would be located somewhere in here in between Victory and East Duke. So if you're in this area, remain in your tornado safe spot. Wow. I'm still just in, like, pure shock right now. I genuinely am shocked. Again, we had two PDS tornadoes on the ground at the same time. This one was on the ground for nearly an hour. Cannot believe it. Wow. I mean, I am still, you know, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am just speechless right now. And, wow. Unfortunately, it looks like, again, our Texas storm is trying to recycle another tornado, potentially, down here right now. Again, gate-to-gate shear was about 109.5 miles per hour here with our Texas storm last scan. Currently, it's chilling at about 78, 79 miles per hour, so It's a little bit less, but still. All right, Mr. Storm's calling me. Hello. Hello.
What happened?
Did you see the photos that I sent you?
Yeah.
That happened.
How crazy was it?
Did you see the photos I sent you?
Yeah, those velocities are pretty great. How did you scan?
I think it was 155.
Wow.
And there was another PDS too. This wasn't the only one.
Wait, how is that not tornado emergency?
I don't know. There was a point in the correlation coefficient where it had a debris tail.
What's that?
It's where the tornado, it's so large that, I mean, it just spreads out the debris everywhere and it kind of looks like a tail shape on correlation coefficient.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, and again, we had a PDS in Texas also.
Yeah, this is still. They took the PDS tag off the second warning. Or
Oh,
the
yeah.
extension.
And the other one's about
Wow.
to expire, so. Again, you guys, this is still a very dangerous situation out here. It actually looks like we kind of got another area of rotation trying to take over closer to downtown Altus here, so this is probably going to remain at a radar-indicated tornado warning, even though our other area of rotation completely died out, the one that produced the tornado.
I see what you're talking about. That's crazy.
Yeah. I saw a picture of it on X, and it was a pretty large wedge at one point. Alright, Mr. Storm's going AFK. Let me try to find that picture again so that I can show it to you guys. I forgot to show it to you. I mean, Take Cover Now has been trending every day for the past month. Jeez Louise, dude. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I really don't know if that picture of the large wedge was real or not, because for most of its lifespan, it looked like a pretty large cone. But honestly, it could have been real. It could have just been a wedge for a little bit. I mean, even the PDS tornado warning had the "this is an emergency situation" description, which is just terrifying, honestly. Wow.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
I remember I saw that you were live for a PDS, so I came on and I just heard you say, I am speechless.
Yeah.
I knew something was going down.
It was
That's crazy.
it was on the ground for over 45 minutes as well.
That's long track and violent.
Yeah.
I can't believe that just happened and it's not even a 10% hatch tornado threat.
I know it. Like every day for the past month, this has happened.
It's bizarre.
Like, do you remember whenever weather was normal and we didn't get PDS tornadoes every day? Because I don't.
Me neither, to be honest. This is just like this is just crazy though.
Yeah, seriously.
Past month.
Yeah, the day it started was April 26th, and ever since then we've had a PDS tornado every day except for like 2 times, I think. At least a PDS tornado. We've had like 8 different tornado emergencies in the past month, which is just insane. Because usually we only get like 8 of those a year, if that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the
I
picture.
told there's gonna be a high ranker in the active tornado season list.
Yeah. This is
I'm
just.
going back a few seconds to see what I get on velocities. 135.
Yeah, the highest was 155.
144. scan.
Yeah, the scan after 144 was where I got the 155.
Alright. Let's see.
I'm trying to find the picture of the tornado again.
That's crazy. Yeah, that thing was just massive.
Okay, so I couldn't find the picture of it whenever it was a wedge, but I found a pretty good video. I'm going to go ahead and send this to you, Mr. Storm, and then I'll also go ahead and, actually, I don't think I can show that on stream for copyright reasons. It's from a storm chaser.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to send it to you, though.
Okay.
This wasn't even the biggest I saw it at.
Wow, that's big.
That is a very large cone.
Really? Yeah, that's a huge tornado. Tornado.
And again, at one point it was a wedge, but I can't find the picture where I saw that. But that was from Bryce Shelton.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's so sad at this point, though.
Yeah, because
if you're in the plains and you're under even like a decently large threat for severe weather, I mean, anything can happen at this point.
yeah, like the past month, like a slight risk in the plains has equated to like what a moderate risk usually is.
I know.
I mean, we've had Tor E's, we've had massive wedges, we've had EF4s, we've had 3 EF4 tornadoes in the past month. I don't even know how that's possible. And some days we were predicting it, some days we were expecting it. Other days, like today, we were not. We were not expecting this. Nobody was.
Well, it looks like that tornado didn't go through that much of a populated area.
Yeah, the good thing is it missed most of the towns, but somehow, even though it missed most of the communities, it still managed to pick up that much debris, so it had to have been so strong.
I mean, the debris ball would have been like maxed. The correlation coefficient would be maxed out if that hit like a small town or a city.
Yeah. Again, you guys, this storm is still rotating actually now to the south of Altus. So we still do have a radar-indicated tornado warning for this, as well as tennis ball-sized hail possible. And then we still have that tornado warning out in North Carolina, actually. That's off to the west of Andrews for areas like Grandview, Maltby, Marble. And then we still have our radar-indicated tornado warning in Texas that, again, was originally also a PDS. Tornado. Yeah, I would have gone live earlier, but unfortunately I was not home.
Wow.
Looks like the largest hail we've seen today was 3.5 inches.
Wow. That's baseball size, right?
No, baseball's 2.75. That's in between large apple and softball size.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. By the way, we still actually have a PDS severe thunderstorm warning for 3-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds up here in Nebraska.
Oh.
Again, this is for the storm that just produced that 3.5-inch hailstone 8 minutes ago, actually. That was only 8 minutes ago. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Good thing we went live.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to tell my dad, I was like, we need to rush home.
Yeah. Put the pedal to the metal.
For real.
If you look at the closest, if you look at the Goodland radar, that storm that's destructive, the PDS storm, I think that has a little rotation going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely rotating a little bit there, but a lot of that's just because of how far away we are, but it is definitely rotating quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that might honestly get tornado warning. You can even see a little bit of inflow on reflectivity. There's a little bit of a green shade in the middle of all the reds.
Yeah. See that.
I can't believe we have winter storm warnings still up in Wyoming and Montana.
I know we're talking about severe weather outbreaks every day, and we still have those like lingering snow or what am I saying? Winter storm warnings. For some reason, I was about to say a snow warning.
We have excessive heat warnings and winter storm warnings at the same time right now.
That is just bizarre.
If we turn on the, I don't have them turned on here, but if I turn on excessive heat warnings here, you can see we do have some excessive heat warnings down in parts of far southern Texas here. That is for heat index values possibly getting up to 118 degrees, which is just ridiculous for May. Even for South Texas. Dude, I'm so upset. I'm not going to be home for tomorrow's severe weather event in my area.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
While we're here, and we don't have much active weather going on, we can kind of talk about what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and put on the NAM. So right now, the NAM is painting some pretty intense stuff for tomorrow, actually. It's looking like things are mainly actually going to be a damaging wind event, alright? So if we kind of take things out to, let's say, 8 a.m. tomorrow, we can kind of see our first signs of this big line of storms developing here. We just got some isolated cells out here, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder across parts of Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa. And then eventually, by about 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, that kind of sweeps into parts of Illinois and Wisconsin. And then around 11 p.m., that continues over Lake Michigan. And again, I think that, oops, did not mean to do that. I think mainly it's going to be a damaging wind threat late tomorrow night. I might actually be home in time for that. We'll see. I'll probably do a live stream, but I'm saying I might be home in time for my area to get hit, which I am. It sounds weird, but I'm excited for, because we have not gotten any really good big-time storms yet this year in my area.
Yeah, same.
Mr. Storm got a severe thunderstorm today.
Yeah, I did. My first one of the season. It was nothing though. I was in like the lightest part of it, but I was still in the warning box, and we did get some pretty. I actually got very heavy rainfall. Saw some lightning, but that was pretty much it.
We do have a new tornado warning, by the way. That's for Jackson, Tillman, and Kiowa counties, Oklahoma. That's a continuation here because this warning's about to expire. So Altus, Hightower, Ozark, Hedrick, Centerville, Friendship. Again, you guys need to be getting to your tornado safe spot right now because this storm has a history of producing a strong and violent tornado. Closer to Altus. West Altus, anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, Mr. Storm, this is what one of the AI models is showing for Sunday. I just sent it to you.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna die.
That's like, I don't want to give away your location, but that's like pretty darn close to you.
That is literally bullseye on top of me.
That's crazy. Oh, you should be able to stay home tomorrow.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say what we're doing tomorrow. I don't think I can say that on stream, but Oh, by the way, we did just get the new SPC update to come in on Radar Omega. They're keeping it at an enhanced risk for portions of Nebraska, Iowa, and just a sliver of northwestern Missouri and northern Kansas. That enhanced risk is still just driven by a hatched damaging wind risk. Um, so yeah. Oh, I should probably update the stream title. It's still on PDS tornado warning.
Yeah.
All right. We're still on a PDS severe thunderstorm warning though, so let me go and throw it on that.
Instead of tornado, just put thunderstorm.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw earlier, but I kind of broke my stream. It's kind of a long story.
Oh.
I was trying to make improvements midstream, and then I accidentally broke it, and I thought for a little bit that I wasn't going to be able to stream ever again, but I fixed it.
Thank God.
It's a long story.
Yeah, it's working fine, though.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's a pretty long story.
Alright.
What about the risk for Louisville area tomorrow? Louisville, Kentucky's risk isn't going to be super high tomorrow. I think if anything, you're probably just going to get, some weaker storms. You're in the marginal risk of severe weather, so technically you have a 5% chance to see a severe thunderstorm tomorrow in Louisville, but overall I think your threat is very low for severe weather tomorrow. You're kind of just after the line of storms kind of dies out, so again, I think you'll probably get some decently strong storms, but I doubt severe weather's in the picture for you guys. At least for what the NAM is showing, which, in my opinion, is the most reliable model.
Yeah, I like the NAM.
By the way, I guess this was added like 27 minutes ago, but I just now realized our storm in Nebraska does have the tornado possible tag on it, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see here. Let's go back down here to Oklahoma. And this is still, honestly, is pretty impressive rotation. I'm just kind of numb to it at this point after what we've seen today. But I will say, while it doesn't look super impressive, in instances like this where we're so close to the radar site, there's a lot of different ways that the velocities look sometimes. This is one where it's very pixelated. Usually it always looks like broad rotation, even if it's not in a situation like this. It's kind of weird, but there's definitely a little bit of rotation there off to the southwest of Hightower, so we'll watch that as that continues to be tornado warned there. And then again, we also have a tornado warning in Texas and a tornado warning. I guess those are only two. We don't have one in North Carolina anymore. Again, our storm in Texas has a history of producing a PDS tornado, and it's still actually rotating pretty impressively there. And it still has a hook echo. That's actually very scary there. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
That hook echo is pretty impressive. That's not a CC drop there, but it kind of looked like one for a second.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
One near Marcus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the one with the tornado warning.
Pretty ominous clouds near the Colleen cam.
Okay. We had an amazing look at a tornado warned storm from the Crossville cyclone port earlier. We could actually see a funnel trying to develop.
Oh, wow.
From the cyclone port, but that didn't end up doing anything.
I feel like we've never seen a tornado on a cyclone port yet.
The one in Columbia, Tennessee from the other day actually went right over one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's an amazing video of it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I mean it's pretty rare just because, cyclone ports, they're not all over the place, honestly. Most states have about one. Hello, Alan Crow. Tennessee, though, I mean, it's not surprising that the instances where we see tornadoes comes out of Tennessee uncyclone ports because there are so many.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So again, we do still have actually a couple of tornado watches across parts of Texas and Oklahoma here. One of them remains in effect until 11 p.m., and so does the other, actually. So we're going to be dealing with some tornado watches here overnight, but I think, honestly, at this point, it's probably now is probably the best time to end off the stream, just because there is actually a chance at this point where we have another scenario like what we had just a few moments ago, where we have PDS tornadoes and stuff like that, and while we don't, maybe a good time to hop off here. So I think we're going to end off the live stream here. Mr. Storm, you have any final words?
Just stay safe, everybody, because I mean, it's just crazy, and I know it's scary. To be in this situation, but we just gotta make sure that everybody knows that even though it's not a observed tornado warning, you gotta take the warning and get to shelter, because we've seen tornado warnings go from, even just observed, but to tornado emergency, like the Nebraska tornado emergency of late April, right? So just stay safe, everybody.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.